Good evening, world. It's Ivan Mera, 7 o'clock. Hope you guys remind me what I made this early this morning. I saw I make another video because I have nothing to watch. Ivan, there's Andor. Yeah, Andor. I want to wait until the season's done so I can binge it. Once Andor season 2 is done, I'll binge that. Daredevil Born Again. I want to watch that, but I did not see season 3, so I have to watch season 3 first to understand it. And Last of Us season 2, I'm also going to binge that too. When the season's done, I binge the whole thing. It's annoying sometimes when you got to wait for the next episode to come out. So I just wait till the whole season is done and I binge it, right? Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed my video I made earlier. This morning, this noon, whatever it is. Or morning, noon, right? Yeah. I just went over a bit of Volume 3 again, and I was fucking hooked in half. That's why Volume 3 is my favorite, because Volume 3 is when it gets dark, man, with the devils and everything. Yeah. But you can argue Volume 2 is better when you read it. Volume 2, you can argue, has better flow of dialogue. Volume 3, the dialogue doesn't flow as well in some sections. It's a bit more raw. But because you have the big climaxes and it gets deep, I like Volume 3 the best. But you can also argue Volume 3 has better dialogue, too. It just depends how hard it hits you, but... You can argue Volume 2 has more of the hook than Volume 3, but I think Volume 3 has more of the hook. Because that's when my Xanus story, gets very dark. It's a dark period and episode of Taki's life. Where you look, hence why I wrote a masterpiece, man. And that's why the gates won't control my band, but zero, man. My money's for me, VJ, it's not for you. You're not touching my money, man. And I'm not gonna let you take my money after what you put through my life. Giving me this mental illness, causing that mess in my life and locking all doors on me, damaging my brain whereby I have cognitive disabilities. I had learning disabilities when I was in school throughout my life, man. I struggled in school because the gates fucked up my brain. Fucking wicked people, man. Yeah, man. So if you're God, you're obviously smart. Yeah, because I'm God's son, obviously I have the genetics. I'm a smart guy, but because the gates fucked up my brain, they fried my brain by knocking me out with a rock and erasing my memory. I struggled in school. I wasn't that smart of a person in school. So if you're saying you're not a smart guy, no, I'm not that smart of a guy. I have the creative. Yeah, when it comes to creativity, I'm a genius, obviously. But when it comes to smarts, like cognitive abilities, I'm not great at that. I'm not that smart of a guy. I'm just not that smart, yeah. I'm not stupid. I'm not like stupid. Like I finished my high school. I went to college. I'm not like a stupid kid whereby I'm not one of those guys who can't even finish their high school. No, like I finished my high school, but I'm not that smart of a guy compared to a lot of people. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I'm very creative. As I proved to you guys, my Xanus story is a masterpiece, right? Yeah, it's a masterpiece of my story. It's an amazing book, yeah. 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 You're crazy. You think Xanus was the best fantasy novel written. Well, I showed you guys sneak peeks of my book. And when you guys hooked reading it, yeah, and I was hooked. Yeah, my whole book is like that. It's constant entertainment. I'm not lying to you guys. Every chapter you read, it's constant entertainment. Hence why my book will be the best fantasy novel written, man. It's a masterpiece. And that's why the gatekeepers want to control my brand. Because they know the last hope of Xanus' brand will be bigger than J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter, man. It'll be bigger than Harry Potter, guys. Harry Potter's huge, man. That's a huge brand, man. Harry Potter sold 600 million copies to this day. It's a huge brand. But Xanus will beat it. It'll be a bigger brand than Harry Potter. Once I release the book, I make, I don't know, my $15 billion. I start Scotch Entertainment with VJ. I make the movie for $2 billion. I fund the game for $500 million. And I sell the merch. The brand is now like an $80 billion brand, my brand. A $100 billion, $90, $80 billion brand. It's huge. The Harry Potter brand is only worth $25 billion. My Xanus brand is bigger than Harry Potter. My book series will be more popular than Harry Potter, man. It'll be huge, man. That's why I'm selfie-made. Hands up, easy. Ivan, you're selfie-made. I know I'm selfie-made, sweetie. I'm selfie-made. Yeah, I'm selfie-made. Selfie-made, man. Yeah, man. Selfie-made. Yeah. What will be the most popular? What will be the most popular product? Your book, your movie, game, or your merch? Probably the game. The game will probably be number one, and number two, the movie. And then three, the book, and then the least interesting will be the merchandise, obviously. Because merchandise is just merch, right? You just rock merch. But the merchandise will be popular too. My Xanus merch will be popular too, man. All my products of my IP will be popular, man. It'll be a very popular brand, yeah. Yeah. So book critics will be judging your book. Oh yeah, they will. Behind the scenes, right? They're gonna be saying, yeah, Xanus is like the perfect fantasy novel. It's an epic horror thrilling adventure. It's a page turner. It's an entertainment ride of a lifetime. It's a literary it's a literature cinematic masterpiece. Like some critics will be calling my book a literary cinematic masterpiece. Because when you read my book, it's like you're reading a book movie. Because the characters jump on a page, and even the scenes of Volume 3 with the wolves and bats, the wolves and bats jump on a page, and you feel for the. It's not scary. Well, it's a little bit spooky, obviously, but because it's a book, it's not that scary, obviously. But like you feel for you feel for the Safians and the Caravans when you read the passage when they fight the bats. I won't spoil story for you, man. You feel for Tactics beneath Thesis, yeah. My book is a masterpiece, yeah, man. Samsara? It's a masterpiece, my book. That's why the gates won't control your brand, Ivan. But God gave you the keys, Ivan, for a reason. You don't have to sell to them. Do not let the gates dupe you. You'd rather wake up 1 million than have them do that, man. Like, I'm in that room, I'm scared shitless, obviously, and I wake up 1 million in a hospital. I'd rather wake up 1 million in a hospital, and I now control my Xanus brand. I get VG all fresh myself and sell and share with a garbage wife, and have the gate steal my money, and you guys are saved and you get your full cake. I'm not doing it, man. No way, man. That's why you said he has to pay for that, because you knew I wouldn't make the choice. Yeah, Ivan's not gonna let us do like that, man. He'd rather wake up 1 million and have us do like, yeah. That's why you said he has to pay for that, because you knew I wouldn't make the choice. Yeah, if Ivan makes that choice, we're gonna destroy his life. His relationship won't work. Him and VG will have to be fresh. Yes, me and VG will have to be fresh. Hence why you know I'm not gonna accept that cursed deal. I'd rather wake up 1 million and have to do that, man. No way. Crazy? Yeah. Yeah. So the gates are greedy psychopaths. Yeah, because they control all the money in the world, because they're used to being the boss and they control all the money in the world, they don't want anyone on the planet controlling their own money. But the only one who can control their money is me, because God gave me the keys to the kingdom. And I deserve to control my money because I'm God. You're not. You may be the God of the money of the world, but you're not the God of the universe. You did not create this place. Me and Vijay did, and you don't deserve to control my money. I'm bigger than you, man. Yeah, you can brag all you want. Yeah, we own all the money in the world, Ivan. Yeah, you may own all the money in the world, but you didn't create this earth, man. I created the earth. Me and Vijay created the whole universe. We're bigger than you. You don't deserve to control my money, man. This is my money. It's not yours. Yeah. The 15 billion off the book is for me, Vijay. It's not for you. You're just a greedy pig, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. So the gates might tell you that the gates might tell me, Ivan, that the money off your book, it belongs to us. I'm like, no, it doesn't. You didn't write my fucking book. Ivan, you know who we are? We're the gatekeepers, man. We're the gods of this world. We control the money in the world. I know you do, but you're not the god of the universe. You did not create this universe, and you don't deserve my money. You're not. I'm bigger than you, man. You didn't create this universe, man. I did. Me and Vijay did. And you don't deserve my money. Yeah, there you go. That's the symbolism in the Bible, how it says Satan is the god of the world system. When you read the Bible, it says Satan is the god of the world. It symbolizes the gatekeepers. My family, we just family, are like the gods They're like the gods of the world. People see them as gods because they're the gatekeepers. They control the money in the world. All the money in the world they control. They're so powerful. That's why I'm not going to let the gates take my money. I'm not going to let you take my money when you have all those fucking trillions in your bank. Are you crazy, man? You already have enough money in your bank. I don't know, you're 80 trillion, 150 trillion in your bank, whatever it is. You're worth your hundreds of trillions. I'm not going to let you take my 10, 50 billion book, man. You're crazy, man. The 10.5 billion off the book is for me, VJ. You're not touching it. It's my money. It's me and VJ's money. It's not yours. You're just a greedy pig, man. Yeah. Yeah, even though you're only going to make, I don't know, your $10.5 million. Like, you with $10.5 million as your bank, Ivan, with the keys to the kingdom, you and VJ with the keys to the kingdom, it's fucking a lot of power. I know, but we're the heirs. We deserve to live that amazing life. We created this place. You didn't. And they know it, too. Like, yeah, we know Ivan's God. He created the universe, but I'm envious. I don't want him touching a dime of my money. I don't want him controlling his own money. I don't want him controlling his own money. I'm fucking greedy and I'm envious. Yeah. They're greedy, yeah. The Gates. I'm saying, huh? They're greedy pigs, yeah. Yeah. He's Ivan, how much money did you make off your amazing book, by the way? You want to know, VJ? Yeah, I made like $10.5 million. You made $10.5 billion off your book? I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, that's a lot of money. Ivan, we can start that film studio. We can fund the movie with our own money, I know. Fund Zane's for our own cash, yeah. And build that dream animal fight. If I make 10, I'll put 500 million towards my house. Get my nice jets, my yacht, yeah. Live an amazing life, obviously. Reach it. Yeah. And that's why VJ also hates you with the keys item, because VJ's keys are useless. Whereas even though I'm poor, I'm working minimum wage, my keys are worth a lot because I didn't sell at the gates. Like, I upload stuff on my YouTube channel, I have no views, but because I have the keys, the whole world's tuning in to watch my videos. That's why God made it easy for me. Yeah, the gates lock everything on you. I'm gonna make it easy for you. I'll give you the keys to the kingdom. God gave me the keys to the kingdom. I can make my easy billions, open my doors so easily. That's why I don't. That way I don't have to sell to the gates. The gates don't dupe me. I'm sorry. God gave you the keys, Iron. That way you don't have to sell to the gates. The gates don't dupe you. Yeah, that's why God gave me the keys to the kingdom. I'm sorry. That's why I gave you the keys, Ivan. He also gave me the gifts so that way I can write my own amazing fantasy novel, my masterpiece. I'm sorry. Yeah. So that works, right? Yeah. Yeah. So you're not gonna let the gates take your money? No fucking way, man. The gates are not touching a dime of my money, man. You won't let me touch a dime of your money. You're not touching my money either. That's how it works. Yeah, man. You know, Ivan's not. Ivan, do not let Ivan make any money in this world. Lock all doors in him. When I pour my blood sweat into my book because you lock the doors on me, and now you also want to take our money too because you're fucking crazy, man. Zero. You're not touching a dime of my money, man. There you go. Yeah. How did you do that, man? Zero. Not touching a dime of my money, man. Zero, man. Yeah, the money that the $10 billion off the book is for me. It's not for you. You're not touching it. The trillions in the world goes to you. This money's mine. It's me, VJ's, and you're not touching a dime of my money, man. You can't be poor for 40 years and you hate your wealth from me. It is evil to me. I'm not gonna let you take our money. You crazy? You're not touching a dime of my money, man. Zero. I have the keys. I have to sell. You don't hang with it. Yeah. You didn't write the book, man. You didn't write the book, and you think I'm gonna let you just take my money, my blood, sweat, and tears after doing that evil to me, locking doors? I mean, you're crazy, man. The money's mine. It's not yours. You're not touching it, man. Like, I'm not kidding around. I'm gonna be very sure with the age. You're not touching a dime of my fucking money, man. Not after what you put me through. You're just a greedy psychopath. Yeah, man. Are you crazy? Zero. You're not making money, man. If you're getting anime, yes, I'm getting anime because the families are wicked people. It is evil to me. I'm not gonna let you take my money after what you put me through in my life, man. You crazy, man? Yeah, man. And have you destroy my life and get a garbage life? No way. Yeah. 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 So when you release your book, it'll be a public embarrassment. Yes, as you guys read sections of my book, right? When you read it, you see a difference in the quality of writing when you read my book compared to these other novels, right? These other novels fall normal in my book. My book is very unique. My writing style is very unique, where the characters jump on a page and you're hooked. Hence why I'll be a public embarrassment. I don't mean to be a cocky asshole, but when I release my book, it'll be a public embarrassment in the industry. That's why I told you all those authors like Brandon Sanderson, George R. R. Martin, J.K. Rowling, Stephen Erickson, you know what I'm saying? They're all gonna feel like shit. Because I wrote a better book than all those guys. And those guys wrote amazing books, but they're not as good as my book. My book is constant entertainment when you read it. Volume 1's entertaining, Volume 2's entertaining, Volume 3's entertaining. It's constant entertainment. It's crazy. I wrote a masterpiece. Yeah, the best fast novel ever written. Yeah, man. I wrote a masterpiece. The best fast novel ever written. Yeah, man. Masterpiece. Masterpiece. Yeah, man. A masterpiece I wrote. Really, I haven't. Yeah, man. A masterpiece. Yeah. And once the world reads my book, it's finally gonna hit your mind. Yeah, if Ivan adapts this story, you're looking at a masterpiece, the best movie children ever made. Yes, the Last War of Angels will be the best movie children ever made when I adapt it. That's why Peter Johnson, like, yeah, Ivan, this is better than my Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's better than Lord of the Rings, Peter. It's a better movie than the trilogy of Lord of the Rings. Xanus is a masterpiece. Yeah, man. It's a masterpiece. Yeah, man. A masterpiece. My book. Ivan, what's your favorite volume? Well, for me personally, I like Volume 3, but you can also argue Volume 2 is better. You can even argue Volume 1 is even better than Volume 2 and 3. It just depends on how the art hits you, right? But for me, Volume 1 is the worst because Volume 1 is just a build-up of the story. But Volume 1 is highly entertaining, but Volume 1 is just a build-up of the story. That's why it's my least favorite. But Volume 2, you can argue, is the best, with the drama and the politics, obviously, and a bit of the action, obviously. And Volume 3 is when the story gets dark with a plot twist and it gets deep and dark. That's why Volume 3 is my favorite, but you can also argue Volume 2 is better. It just depends on how the art hits you. Art hits everyone different ways. Some fans might like Volume 1 the best. Yeah, I like Volume 1 the best. I love the whole thing with Tachys behind the wall and everything, with his cousin Asitonius and Maramis and Cassius. He leaves the walls, he meets Circe and Papyri. And you have in Search for the Prince, Cassius and Asitonius are 50 men looking for him. I like that I like that volume. Yeah. It just depends on how the art hits you, right? Art hits everyone different ways. But my personal favorite is Volume 3. I like Volume 3 the best, right? Yeah. And Volume 2 is a very, very close second for me. And the worst is Volume 1, in my opinion, from what I've read, right? Yeah. Volume 1's the shortest too, right? Because Volume 1, my chapters are short. Volume 1 does not have long chapters. Whereas Volume 2, the chapters are a bit longer. The Volume 2 has some pretty long chapters. And Volume 3, all the chapters are really, really long. Volume 3 is really, really long, yeah. Long chapters. For Volume 3, when I wrote on my notebook, all my chapters were 100 plus pages on my notebook, front and back. 100, 110, 130, 1... War and Becoming King, I think it was like, I wrote like 150, 160 pages for that chapter, man. That was long. War and Becoming King, I think, is the longest chapter, I believe. Or Walking with the Ancestors, that's long too. Volume 3 is the longest volume, obviously. It's very long, Volume 3. It's long, yeah. Very, very long. Yeah. So now you guys understand why my stepfather told me your book's number one, Ivan. Because when they read it, they were shocked. When they hacked my laptop, they obviously read some of my book like 6 years ago. When they read some of it, they were shocked by how good my book was. They were shocked and blown away, yeah. That's why they want to buy the rights off my book, but zero. You're not touching my money. It's my money. I have the keys. I don't have to sell to you. Why the fuck would I sell to you when I have my own keys? I don't need you. I don't need you to open the door for me. I can open it myself, man. And I wrote the book. I own the rights. This brand, the Xanus IP is mine. The rights off the book is mine. It's not yours. You're not buying the rights off my book, man. I have the keys. I'm not selling to you. There we go. Yeah, man. You have to be bold with the gates, Ivan, man. God gave you the keys for a reason. That way you don't have to sell to the gatekeepers, man. That's why God gave you the keys, Ivan. That way the gates don't dupe you. If you sell to the gates, they're going to destroy your life. They're going to steal all your money, all your billions, and they're going to give you peanuts. They won't even let you be worth their billions. They're going to dupe you, man. When the whole world's only buying the movie because of the book, because of you and your keys, they're going to dupe you. You don't have to gates you, Ivan. God gave you the keys to the game. You don't have to sell to them. So don't hang yourself, you know. Yeah. So Xanus is a horror fantasy novel, yes. When you read it, it's clearly a horror. It's not a children's book, Xanus. Yeah, Xanus is an adult fantasy novel. It's not a children's book. It's dark, man. The wolves feast on human flesh and everything, yeah. Obviously, they feast on human flesh and everything, yeah. Xanus is a rated R fantasy novel. It's not a children's book like Narnia, right? No, it's a rated R dark fantasy novel. Just like Game of Thrones is the rated R too, yeah. Xanus is rated is an adult fantasy, obviously. It's for adults. It's not for kids. The kids will read it, but it's mainly for adults. Right, my book. It's not a kids children's book. It's an adult fantasy novel when you read it, right? Yeah. Ivan, show us more. No, I'm not gonna show you more. I won't spoil the story for you, man. You'll see what I mean when we read the book. I won't spoil the story for you, sometimes. Yeah. Oh, I work tomorrow at 8:30. And I work Saturday at 8:30, and I work Sunday at 8:30. Yeah. It's gonna be busy because it's Mother's Day this Sunday, right? It's gonna be busy. Happy Mother's Day, guys. I hope you guys have a happy Mother's Day with your family. Hope you guys enjoy your Mother's Day, obviously. Yeah. Well, some fans hate on your book, yeah. The one criticism the fans will have of my book, it's a little raw. You know, Ivan's writing's a bit raw, like with his dialogue and everything. Some of his dialogue's a bit raw. Some of his flow of his dialogue is a little bit raw, but they're just hating on me because they're jealous. Even though some sections of my book are a little bit raw, whatever it is, I still entertained you, what? More than these other authors, right? Yeah. And don't forget, I had no editor. I did everything myself. Obviously. Because I'm a creative genius, my book is fucking entertaining, but you will catch a bit of rawness in my writing, as you guys caught, obviously, with some of my dialogue. It's a bit raw. I even could have used better choices of words, but it's still entertaining enough, and you're turning the page. My book is a masterpiece, yeah. And it's ignore the haters, Ivan. They just hate on you because they're jealous, man. Yeah, man. No author kept you hooked the way Ivan did. And you guys know it, man. You read sections of my book. My book is more entertaining read than all these fantasy novels that you guys read. And Lord of the Rings is considered the best fantasy novel written for most people, and yet my book is more entertaining than Lord of the Rings. I showed you guys Lord of the Rings. You compare it to my book, you see a difference, man. My book is more entertaining reading Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece, but it feels dry. It's a little boring for me personally. It's a bit of a boring book when you read it, right? Yeah, I have to force myself. Lord of the Rings has a lot of boring chapters in the three novels, man. A lot of boring chapters. Obviously, even though Jared Tolkien's a genius and he's a creative genius, he built that amazing world, Language of the Elves. He doesn't have the heavenly gift like me. That's why even he doesn't know how to entertain the fans the way I do. He doesn't have the heavenly gift. But its world building is much more richer than mine, much more deep. You know what I'm saying? Because he describes everything, obviously. Whereas me, I give vague descriptions in my book. But my characters are better than his characters. They jump up more on the page. And my story's richer too. It's a more entertaining, fresh story. My book feels fresh. Lord of the Rings feels dry when you read it, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. All the Lord of the Rings fans, right? Yeah. Some saying? No, I like Lord of the Rings better. Okay, if you like Lord of the Rings better, I understand. Art hits everyone in different ways. But be honest, man, like which book is more entertaining? The Last of Xanus or The Lord of the Rings? Last of Xanus, Ivan. Yeah, Last of Xanus is more entertaining read than Lord of the Rings. Some Sarah? Yeah. Yeah, I have to be right like a pro. Yes, I write like a pro. I have the gift, man. I write like a pro because God gave me all the gifts that I need to be successful, obviously. I'll give you the genetic perks. You need the genetic perks. I'll give you the keys. That way you can open your own door and make your easy blends. And I'll give you the gifts. That way you can you can what? You can do your stand-up comedy. You could write an amazing book, write music, write a movie. God gave me all the gifts I need to be successful in this world. He gave me the gifts. That way, that's why my book is entertaining. I'm sorry. Yeah. I might read Game of Thrones. I might read maybe the first book, see how good it really is. I saw the show, the first 3 seasons of the show, obviously, but I never read the books. I just don't have the attention span to read like I don't know, like 5 Game of Thrones books, right? But I mean, I heard Game of Thrones is really really good. I heard it like most people say Game of Thrones is like the second best fantasy series after Lord of the Rings. But a lot of fans even like Game of Thrones more than Lord of the Rings. But I don't think Game of Thrones is on the same level as Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is too fucking good. But Game of Thrones is up there too, right? That's why I might read maybe George R. R. Martin's first book. I heard it's really, really good. But the show's very good. As the books I heard are very good too, obviously. But the books are not. It's not Xanus, man. Xanus is a better, more entertaining read. Yes, the world building of Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings is richer than my book, obviously. More lands. They give more descriptions about the characters, like Game of Thrones, they even have tax policies when you watch the show. Whereas my book, there is no tax policies. I mention that stuff. Yes, I mentioned that the Zayans are rich and everything. Like Takis is wealthy, he has his own castle, but there's no taxes in. I don't mention any taxes in my story, right? Just like Lord of the Rings, there is no tax either, right? Yeah. But my world is more unique, with the Northers and the Southerns. The North is South, the South is cursed, the North is holy. The demon wolves live in Barak. The demon bats live in these mountains, caverns. Yeah, it's a masterpiece, my book. Yeah, amazing story. I mean, that's why I did not show you guys Volume 3. I don't want to spoil the story for you, man. You'll see everything when you read it. Yeah. Oh, I haven't shown Volume 3. No, man. Volume 3 is when you get the big plot twist. I don't want to spoil the story for you. You'll see what I mean when you read the books. I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, how good's your book, Ivan? It's so good the world will be shocked with my story, and all the authors in the industry are going to feel like shit because they can't beat that story. And you can binge the 700 pages in 8 hours. You can binge the whole thing. It's a page turner. You can't put it down. Yeah, my book is like popcorn fantasy. It's a book you can binge while you're eating your popcorn and your chocolate and your chips and your takeout, man. You eat your food while you read it, man. It's a fucking entertaining read. You buy the ebook, you read on your laptop, you're like, holy shit, this is sick. And you go upstairs, you warm your popcorn in the microwave. You pop your popcorn in the microwave, right? You warm it. You eat your popcorn with your butter and your drink, and you're just like, and you binge the whole thing. Yeah, my book is a book you can binge out in one day. I highly doubt fans will do that because it's tiring reading a book for like 7 hours. Because my book is so interesting, you can binge the whole, like, I don't know, 700 plus pages in one day, or you binge it in like 2-3 days. In 2-3 days, you binge volume 1 in one day, you binge volume 2 the next day, the third day you binge volume 3. You read the whole book in 3 days, and you're like, holy shit, that's the best fantasy novel I've ever read in my life. Yeah, it's an amazing book, man. Amazing story. It's a masterpiece. A book worth billions, right? My book's name is a book worth billions. It's a masterpiece, man. Yeah, man. It's a masterpiece, yeah, man. Yeah. So I do think Zane's would be the greatest fantasy children book series ever written. Not just that, I think it's the greatest novel ever written in history, man. Because there's no book in history whereby the fans were entertained the way no author entertained the fans the way Ivan did. Ivan has unique style of writing because I'm special. I'm a son of God. I have to give from the heavens. That's why my book is the best novel ever written. Best fantasy novel written, but also the best novel ever written. It's better than all of Stephen King's books. Better than all those books. Yeah, man. Because all these authors, when they write books, their characters jump on the page a little bit. It's not like my book. My book, the characters come alive on the page. It's such an entertaining read, man. Whereby you're hooked and you're just turning the page, man. You just keep turning the page. It's crazy. You're just hooked. You just keep turning the page. Yeah, it's crazy, man. My book is a masterpiece. Yeah, man. That's why the Gates won't control my brand, man. They know how good it is, man. They know it's going to be a very popular brand. It's a book worth billions. Yeah, the Gates know that. They're just greedy. That's why they want my money. They want to take our money because they're greedy pigs. But zero, you're not touching on my money. Yeah, there you go. I have the keys. I will sell to you. Don't hate me. Saying, yeah. So, Sarah. So the North is known as the Holy Kingdom. Yeah. When you read the book, the North is like holy terrain. So it's think something like Rivendell. It's very beautiful. And the South is cursed terrain. It's not like the North. And Xanus is known as the royal land, right? The land of the royals because the royal family lives there. And that's where Takis is from. He's from the beautiful heavenly. It's known as the heavenly kingdom in Xanus. It's beautiful, whereas the south is cursed. And the Northerners never come to the south because they fear the wolves. They're not welcome in Artet's territory. Hence why Eli and them can't believe Takis is that the prince from the Northern Kingdom, the heavenly kingdom in the north. They can't believe it. They seize him and they throw him in a dungeon. That's why they don't believe it. But Lithia has the faith because Lithia believes what Takis is saying is true. She says, Takis, I believe you. I believe that the prince is. I believe what you're saying is true. Whereas Eli doesn't believe. That's why Cassius had to convince him, right? When you read that passage. Y'all say that cannot be, Yeah, I look at sick, man. Your book's a masterpiece. I know it's a masterpiece. You'll see how good it is when you read it, guys. You're looking at the best readings for life. I'm not lying, guys, man. My book is so entertaining, you're gonna be blown away by this story, man. I read my book many times. Every time I read it, I'm hooked and I'm laughing my ass off. Like, I laugh, man. I always laugh at that Job scene. Yes, they're wolf and Jack. I know it's funny. I know it's my book is fucking hilarious, man. It's an entertaining read, man. It's fucking funny, man. Yeah, man. Job was an interesting character in my book. He's a very interesting character, Job. Like, read my book, yeah. Yeah. I have not. The wolf scene's more interesting than the human scenes. No. The human scenes are more interesting than the wolf scenes. The wolf scenes are very entertaining too, but the human scenes are more interesting in my book when you read it, right? Because a lot of fans might say the character of Aratet's not developed that well. In Volume 1 and 2, he's not developed that well, but in Volume 3, I developed him a lot better. He's more developed in Volume 3 when you read it. Because I focus more on tigers than humans. But the wolf scenes are still entertaining too. They're very, as you guys read it, right? In the capture chapter, yeah, that's funny. I'm saying, hey, what are you two talking about over there? Yeah, that's funny. I said, Tass, don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're just talking about how nice you were for giving us a drink of water. Do not lie to me. That's funny, I know. Hey, what are you two talking about over there? That's funny, I know. You met wolf characters that jump on a page. Yeah, it looks a masterpiece, man. It's an amazing book, right? Yeah. Yeah. So this must be Galathia, the Great Forest. Yes, it must be. And the horde valley's near. I can feel its darkness already emanating. I'm now sick, I know. Don't worry, Tass. I'm gonna get us out of this. How? You can't fight them all, Cassius. I know, but I'll think of something. I'm now sick, I know. My book is sick, man. It's a masterpiece, man. Yeah, man. He must be safe. Safe? Since when is anyone safe in the South? Yeah. We're talking about Taki's, obviously, right? That scene? Yeah. Yeah. Picture something like Merry and Pippin in Two Towers when Tacitonius and Cassius get captured, except the wolves are devils, like that clip I keep showing you. Yeah, the demons like that, man. That's why we're looking at a masterpiece, yeah, man. And they're in Barak, and all the wolves are staring. All the tens of thousands of wolves are staring at them, and they're all scared. You see John Boyega and Jimonsu, they're scared. You know, and Jimonsu tells John Boyega, be brave, and John Boyega is brave. And you meet Eric the Devil Woking sitting on his throne. Tell me who you are. What brings you to these lands? You know what I'm saying? Looking at a sick movie. Because I've been looking at a map. This is Lord of the Rings. How I know he's Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, will Xanus be better than Great Escape? Yes. It'll be better than Great Escape. The Great Escape will be an amazing movie with Keanu Reeves or Tom Cruise, but it's not Xanus, right? Xanus will be my best movie ever made. Out of all the movies I make in the future, it'll be my best movie ever made. It's a masterpiece, man. It's such an amazing fantasy story. It's a masterpiece, man. You'll see what I mean, guys, when you read my book. I wrote a masterpiece, yeah, man. When I was just a child, ale was not served. We're not bringing those days, cousin, when we drank a juice of age. Juice, not ale. I can say whatever I like. Yeah, they have memories when they were kids. Yeah, it's actually funny. I mean, that scene was sick. I know. My book is sick. I'm saying, darling, bring me a cup of wine. I like to make a toast. My mother, can't you see I'm come? It would have been nice if father would have been here to enjoy this moment with his mother. I know, son. I'm saying, I'm very proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like to make a toast to Xanus and to Tacitus, who will one day be king. To Xanus, to Tacitus, to Xanus, to Tacitus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Tacitus dances with his mother. You're going to see me dancing with Angelina Bassett. Or we might take out that scene in the movie. No, that scene is good. People tell me, no, Ivan, that scene is good, but for that scene, I'm going to add a bit more dialogue. More stuff happens. When people might tell me, Ivan, you should take away the scene where you dance with Angelina Bassett. You don't have a dancer, but I think that's good for the movie. No, Ivan, we can put that in the movie. Yeah, it's good for the movie, obviously. You see John Boyega, he's drunk. He's talking to the woman. All right, that's enough, cousin. Let's get you out of here. You know what I'm saying? And John Boyega's drunk. He's like, Takis, I'm fine. I'm my cousin. I'm my Tacitonius. I know a drunkard when I see one. I'm saying, and you're not under the influence yourself, Tacitus. You know, see John Boyega with me and John Boyega in the movie. Looking at a sick movie. I'm saying, yeah. Besides, I have some business to attend to. And John Boyega's like, you want to go to my chambers? And he goes upstairs. He has sex with a woman. And that other lady who I'm talking with, she's like, you want to go upstairs too? I'm like, not today, my lady. And she slaps me on the face. I was like, I guess Baramus is right. You are arrogant. It was nice talking to you too, harlot. Yeah. Yeah, a sick movie. John's like, your book is sick, man. I know my book is sick, John. I was saying, yeah, it's a sick book. It's a sick book. I was saying, yeah, I know. But that's why it's overwritten. Yeah, man. Yeah. How did Cassius sense the darkness of the valley? Because the when you read that passage when Tactius was talking to Sirius, he talked about the valley. There's great evil there. Yeah, the dark valley, the valley of the dark that leads to Barak. You can feel the evil of the darkness because the walls are cursed devils. Obviously, that's why Cassius can sense it. Obviously, he says in the Horde valleys near, I can already feel its darkness emanating. You can feel the spread of the darkness, and you can feel the evil of it. And that's how evil Eredet is. That's why when you watch the movie, you're looking at something fucking scary. That's why his name is Winter Masterpiece. Yeah. In the book, it's not that scary, obviously. Well, no, Volume 3 is it's a little it's pretty spooky, obviously, but because it's a book, it's not that scary, obviously. But once you adapt it, you're looking at something fucking demonic and scary, man. Yeah, man, something crazy. Yeah. 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 So the pathway to Barak, you have to go through the Galathia forest, which is a huge cursed forest, obviously. Then as you journey through that forest, you have to go through the Valley of the Dark where you feel the evil of the darkness. That's why Cassie says, yeah, in the Horde Valleys near, I can feel its darkness already emanating. Cassius tells Sassatonius that. And when you journey through the Gillies Mountains, you have the cursed mosquitoes that are the size of your hand who can bite you, obviously. You can bite the people. The path is dangerous, obviously, to both places, obviously, because the lands are cursed. The south is cursed, obviously. The only reason why, like, if you journey through the Gilead Mountains, without a torch, the mosquitoes will kill you alive, man, because they're big mosquitoes the size of your hand, and they bite the people, obviously. So your only hope of fighting off the mosquitoes, you have to have a torch. And that's what happens with the Safians when they journey through the mountains. They all have torches. When the mosquitoes swarm them, they fight them off with their torches. And there's 5,000 people, right? That's a lot of people, obviously. The mountains are cursed, yeah. The south is cursed, man. The region's cursed, yeah. That's why I wrote a masterpiece. Yeah. Yeah. Were you always this good of a writer? No, I wasn't. When I wrote my first, no, I was always this gifted, but I honed my craft. Because even my Islamic story was pretty good. It was still good. It was still pretty good because I have the gift, obviously. But it was not as good as my writing is now, obviously. I honed my craft. I practiced my writing when I wrote my Islamic story. I practiced my writing. Yeah. When I wrote it, right? Yeah. And I didn't know I'd be able to rap. I'm like, every when I started brainstorming for Xanus, obviously, I'm like, oh man, I'm like, oh, what story am I gonna tell, man? And I just started writing. And I started reading sections of my chapters. I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking entertaining. Yeah, I'm an amazing storyteller. Yeah, amazing storyteller. Yeah. Yeah, there's something about your writing that I'm hooked, I'm entertained, and I get that warm feeling, the warm feeling when I read your book. I know my book is, I get that comfortable, warm feeling when I read your book because the story is entertaining. Yeah, where these other books feel normal with your book, Ivan. They're a bit more boring and not as entertaining as your book. Yeah, I know, obviously. But the Chronicles of Narnia, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Chronicles of Narnia, even though the characters don't jump on the page much, that's pretty entertaining. The Chronicles of Narnia is arguably my favorite fantasy series ever written. I kind of even like it more than Lord of the Rings. Like Lord of the Rings is the better written book, I know, but Narnia you can argue is more. It's less boring than Lord of the Rings. It's more entertaining than Lord of the Rings. You can argue, right? But Lord of the Rings, because the world building is so in depth, it's amazing. Lord of the Rings is better than Chronicles of Narnia, but the Chronicles of Narnia is so good. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is such a good book. I read that book many times. I love the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I also love the Silver Chair. You guys all remember the Silver Chair? Yeah, that's good too. I love the Silver Chair. Prince Caspian, I also love too. And Last Battle, that's amazing too. They're all Narnia is a pretty interesting book, but it's not my book. My book's more entertaining than Narnia, right? Yeah. 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 Ivan, man, why don't you write books when you're king? Because, man, my dream, guys, is not. I don't. Is not like yeah, being an author is fun, but it's not my dream. Like my dream, I want to be a movie star. I don't want to be an author, man. Like being a movie star is much more cooler than being a fucking author. Writing books is fun. I had a blast writing Xanus. It was fun writing Xanus. You know what I'm saying? I can easily write romance on stuff, but writing books is not my dream. My dream is to be a movie star with VJ. I don't want to be an author. VJ will tell me, yeah, Ivan, like, we can easily write books, but writing books is a bit boring. Yeah, being an author is cool, but it's much more cooler being a movie star than being a fucking author. That's why I'm going to be a movie star with VJ, obviously, when I can. But I will adapt the Xanus story into I'm going to adapt that movie, and I'll give Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson a $2 billion budget for the 3 volumes, the trilogy. So $666 million is going towards each of the movies. That way, Peter has an unlimited budget for your movie. $400 million towards visual effects per movie. Peter has an unlimited budget. Give Peter unlimited budget for your movie. Yeah, that way he's happy. He's not pissed off. So I'm saying, yeah. And I showed you guys the first 6 pages of Young Tactius. You guys don't understand why my movie will be a masterpiece. Like, it starts off with, you see Queen Sarah on the throne, Angela Bassett. They're talking. She's talking to Anne Labia, her sisters. And you see, like, the civilians, like, let me in. I want to speak to the queen. The guards let him in. And she's like, what is it you seek, citizen? You know what I'm saying? He's like, there's been some complaints around from folks. He's like, Ivan, you're looking at him, right? This is where Lord of the Rings are. I know for you, Lord of the Rings. You're looking at our masterpiece, Ivan. I know for you. You're looking at a slick movie, I know. Yeah. No, Ivan, seriously, man, I enjoyed your book more than Jared Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. I know, Peter. No, Ivan, seriously, I enjoyed your book more than Jared Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. I know, Peter. It's better than Jared Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Yeah. So, Ivan, the Northerns have authority over the Southerns? Yes, they do. They don't have authority over Eretat, because Eretat is the king of the South, but the Safians forge weapons for the Xanians, for the Xan army, so they have authority over the Southerns. And the Syrians too. I'm sorry? What do the Syrians do? Well, the Syrians are farmers, so the Syrians are more in charge for the. I don't explain it in the book, but when you read in that passage, when Cassius was talking to Eretat, obviously, he's like, we came to the south for a meal task, me and my men, the queen's orders. The Safians are farmers, so they probably, I don't explain in the book, but you can get like they make like the food for some of the food for the Xanus, because they raise cattle and animals and stuff, whereas the Safians forge weapons for the Xanians. When you read the book, obviously, that's why Sirius told Tactius, hide your sword, because Sirius knew that the Eli and his blacksmiths forged Tactius' sword. That's why, look, your sword, hide it. They can't know you're the Princess Xanus, and your name Tactius not be used here. That's why Tactius had to use a fake identity to protect himself. That's why I wrote a masterpiece. Yeah, obviously the Southerners don't like the Northerns, and if you say that your name is Tactius, the Southerners can be suspicious that you're a Northern, and the Southerners don't like the Northerns, obviously. And you can draw the wolves here, because Eretat knows that Tactius the son's name is Tactius. He doesn't know what he looks like, but he knows his name is Tactius. And if he uses that name, if he finds out there's a man named Tactius in the south, Eretat and Safius, Eretat's spies can report to Eretat. I don't explain in the book, but this is a theory, obviously. They can report to Eretat, hey, there's a man named Tactius that's in Safius, and Eretat can have him killed. That's why you have to use a fake identity to protect himself, obviously, Tactius. That's why I wrote a masterpiece. And and he gets thrown in the dungeon. That's why I wrote a masterpiece. Yeah, man, a masterpiece. Some Sarah? Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, Ivan, I love your book. I know. Oh my god, you're such an amazing author, Ivan. Like, man, like, you entertain the shit out of me. I know. Ivan, you're gonna write more books? I'm like, no, guys. My dream is to be a famous movie star VJ. It's not being an author, man. Being an author is fun, but I'd rather be a movie star than being an author, man. It's much more cool being in a movie than being writing a book. I only wrote things. I had no choice. The gatekeepers locked all doors me. That's why I had no choice but to write my book. Because I'm gifted, I wrote a masterpiece. It's the best I've ever written. As I showed you guys, right? It's a masterpiece, my book, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. No, I was just man, you bluffing. Did you really write what you showed us? Yes, I did, guys. I'm not lying to you guys. What I showed you guys, I wrote that, man. I wrote it with no help. Sorry? Yeah. No, I've no. Are you bluffing, man? Are you pulling my leg, man? Are you pulling our leg? Is your whole book really anything like that? Anything like that? Yes, my whole book is anything like that, man. I'm not lying to you guys. Every volume is constant entertainment. You're turning the page nonstop. Some sections are not as interesting as others, obviously, but it's still entertaining enough to keep you turning the page. Yeah. Some Sarah? So your book will have raving reviews behind the scenes. Oh yeah, book critics are going to give my book like a 9 plus. I don't think any book critic will rank my book as an 8. It's going to be a 9 plus, a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, a 10, even a 10 out of 10, 9.9 out of 10, 9.8 out of 10. Raving reviews. A literary cinematic masterpiece, a page turner, an entertaining ride of a lifetime, a horror epic, thrilling adventure. You know what I'm saying? Popcorn fantasy adventure, because my book is like a book you can read when you eat food. Yeah, they might call it a popcorn fantasy. Because my book is a book you can read while you eat takeout. That's how interesting it is, man. You're going to be reading it, and you get your takeout, and you're reading, and you're just hooked, turning the page like all day, man. You can't put it down. I read I read a good chunk of Unexpected Journey yesterday. I couldn't put it down. I just kept reading. It was fucking entertaining, man. And I was laughing. It's so good. My book. It's fucking amazing. And I've read my book like I don't know 4, 5, 6 times now, and I can still read it. Xanus is a book you can never get tired of. That's how good of a writer I am. You're never gonna get tired of reading Xanus. You can read it 50 times in your life. You're not gonna get tired of it because it's so entertaining. You can reread it over and over and over again. But your best experience is when you read it for the first time because you don't know what happens, obviously. And then once you read it for the first time, you're like, "Fuck, man, that was a masterpiece." But you're gonna go back and read it again because the book is so good. Yeah, it's a masterpiece, man. My book. I guarantee you, a lot of you book nerds who love fantasy, obviously, who love reading books. Before the movie comes out, you're gonna reread. You're gonna reread the book to build buzz for the movie. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read it before the movie comes out. Before the movie arrives in the mail, I'm gonna read the Last of Us book to build buzz for the movie. And a lot of fans around the world are they're gonna read the book to build buzz for the movie. I can't wait to watch that movie. I'm gonna reread this book to build buzz for the movie. That's what I did for Prince Caspian, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I remember when Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe got released in 2005. I was so excited to see that movie. I read A Lion in the Wardrobe when I was in grade 8. And when Prince Caspian came out, I also read Prince Caspian before it came out. I remember that, yeah. 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 Who's your favorite character in the book? Tactius. Tactius is my favorite character because he's the main character and I'm playing him in the movie, right? And that's why Tactius is my favorite character. A lot of people are going to like Tactius. They're also going to like Job. Job is an interesting character when you read the book. Um, Cassius, too. Cassius is an amazing character, too. Tacitus is also amazing, too. Very sarcastic, obviously. But Cassius is more developed than Tacitus when you read the book. Like Cassius has a bit more scenes than Tacitus when you read the book. Tacitus is known for being a sarcastic joker. That's why John Boyega, you're gonna see him. He's very sarcastic in the movie. He looks down on the Southerns. You're gonna see John Boyega making fun of Annie Serkis as Job. Yeah, yeah, sick movie. Yeah, I know. Your book is sick, man. I know, John. My book is sick. I'm saying, yeah. I guarantee you, all you Hollywood executives, the actors, I'm saying, the screenwriters, and the Hollywood, the producers, you guys are all shocked. You're like, holy shit, your book is sick, man. Yeah, I know. I'm like, gifted sword to Ivan. You are gifted, yes. When I told you guys I was gifted, I wasn't playing around. I'm gifted, man. Give me a second, guys. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be back in a sec. Let's get what we don't know enough. I'll guys on the show. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. Went upstairs to get my, sorry, I had to use the bathroom. Yeah. Where's my phone? Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go upstairs and get a drink. Back in a second. You really don't want that alone. Alrighty, guys, I'm back. I'm gonna seriously get some milk. I'm thirsty. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, are you gonna buy the print or the ebook? I'm gonna buy the print. I want to read my book in like print form, my nice like print edition, right? Yeah. Yeah. Most people in the world are gonna buy the ebook because the ebook is cheap. It's only $22, and people don't want to wait like 2-3 weeks for the book to come in the mail. I want to read Ivan's book now, so they purchase the ebook and they read it on their laptop, right? You purchase the ebook, you read it on your laptop, and you're looking at the best fantasy novel written, man. Yeah, I'm gonna take you for a ride, man. You're gonna be hooked. What a masterpiece, man. Yeah, man. That's why the gates won't touch my band, but zero, man. That money's for me. If you just offer, you're not touching my money. There you go. You're a greedy pig, man. Yeah. Like, even when I'm poor, the gatekeepers take money from me, man. They're fucking crazy people, man. Like, Ivan, you should pay rent and all that stuff when you don't even need my fucking money because you're a fucking wicked people, man. Yeah, man. Even when I'm poor, they take money from me, man. The gatekeepers are fucking crazy people. That's why you're not taking my money off my books. Zero. That money off the books for me, if you just not for you. You're just a greedy psychopath. You're a crazy person, yeah. Yeah. So Cassius doesn't really care about the Saladins. No, he doesn't, as you read in that passage, right? He has literally something for them. Like when he writes to Cyrus, is there any sign of tactics? I'm saying he's like, these vicious rotten wolves will pay for this treachery. And then Zolf tells Cassius, General, Southern they were. He's like, I know, but they're also human. He has a little bit of sympathy for them, but even he doesn't really care about the Southerns. As Cassius was willing to take Tactius and Suetonius, Sirius of Apari, and ditch the Southerns. Look, Tactius, I found you. You're too important. You're the Prince of Zanes. We're in Eretat's territory in the cursed south. This place is fucked up. The walls are cursed devil beings. We got to get the fuck out of here. He told Takis that. And Takis like, no, I can't leave Lithia. He's like, you mean Eli's daughter? It seems like you already clarified your feelings, Takis. I know, sick. I'm saying, no, we don't have time for this. Yeah, Takis, we don't have time for this. Forget about your feelings for Lithia. You're too important. You're the Prince of Xanus. We're in Eretat territory. This place is cursed. It's demonic. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's what Cassius was telling Takis. But Takis like, we can't just abandon these people. Cassius, like fate brought us here. I think we're here to save these people to solve from Eretat's grass. I'm now sick. I'm saying, cousin, think twice of what you're saying. Yeah, because Cassius knows the Northerners like to sell us. You'll see what happens if Volume 3 won't. I almost pulled a story for you, right? Yeah. Cassius knows the Northerners don't like the Southerners. That's why he's like, Takis, you're crazy, man. The Northerners don't like the Southerners. Yeah, he knows that. The Southerners are not welcome in the North. Yeah. Yeah. That was a masterpiece, yeah, man. So Takis saved the cells because of Lithia. Pretty much, when you read that passage, he says, no, I can't leave Lithia. Obviously. That's pretty much the main reason why Takis chose to save the Saladins, because he likes Lithia, right? He likes Lithia. Yeah, he has an obsession with her. That's why he's like, no, I can't leave Lithia. He's like, you meet Eli's daughter. It seems you already clarified your feelings, Takis. We don't have time for this, yeah. Because Takis has feelings for Lithia, yeah. You're gonna see me in the movie. I'm talking to Jimon Su. I'm like, I can't leave Lithia, VJ. And I'm saying, yeah, you see me in the movie. I have an obsession with VJ in the movie. Yeah, VJ's Lithia. Look at a sick movie, man. Yeah, man. He's like, I can't wait for Lithia. I know. He's like, you don't have to have Zane's radar. You can make it P13. I'm like, no, VJ. I want it to be a horror fantasy novel. That way we tell a powerful story. I don't want it to be radar P13 VJ. It won't be as good. Eretat won't be that scary. Takis is an agony because Eretat's a devil. He's a wicked, demonic devil. That's why Takis is an agony and Volume 3. If you have Eretat be P13, he won't be that scary. He'll be formidable, but he won't be that scary. And it defeats the purpose of the plot, and you're going to ruin my story, man. It'll still be a masterpiece, but it won't be as good, because Eretat and the wolves are not that scary. They're pretty freaky and formidable, but they're not that scary. I want them to be devils. They're demons and devils, like that clip I keep showing you, Samsara. Eretat, they're demons and devils. Samsara? Yeah. And Taki says, no, Cassius, that's an order. We're staying. We're going to tell them. He's like, as you say, Your Highness. Yeah, because Cassius has to listen to Takis. Takis is the prince of Xanus, obviously. He has to listen to him, obviously. He's the prince, right? Yeah. That's why Cassius is like, as you say, Your Highness. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why Lithia's side knew to be true. Yeah, because Lithia believed Takis was telling the truth. And she tried her best to convince her father, but Eli was not convinced. That's why Eli told his daughter, he's like, silence, daughter, because Eli doesn't like Takis. Yeah, he's like, silence, daughter. That was funny, I know. That man you lock in the dungeon is my cousin, the prince and royal heir of Xanus. I knew it to be true. My name is Lithia. Silence, daughter. I know it's funny. I know. My book is sick, man. That's a sick book. Yeah. Yeah. And you guys better enjoy my Savage. I don't keep saying this, world. You better fucking enjoy my Savage vs. Wise Man, because I told you, man, once I paid this fee and I thought out how wicked you are, I have to die with my wife, and you made me, and you turned me into points, man. I'm taking my money, I'm taking off, and I'm piecing the fuck out once I pay this fee, man. Yeah. Obviously. I'm not making any moves on Savage Channel, man. Zero. Well, I'm king, I'm piecing the fuck out with VG, and I'm gonna live my life forever in the world. And you're left behind, you're paying a price too, world. You're gonna pay a fucking price, man. You made me pay a price when I didn't do anything wrong, all because you're envy. And so I'm king, I take my money, I take my wife, and I peace out. I'm not gonna let you do that, man. No way. So I don't hate you. So yeah. That's why you better enjoy these Sabbats because when I'm king, guys, I'm going to forget about this Sabbath channel. You guys think Ivan will come back? I'm like, guys, I'm not gonna let you win the game. That's number one. And secondly, I'm gonna forget about this channel. The trends are much better than my Sabbath videos, man. Once me and VJ are trending every day, the main event, and we also start our films where we're doing the magazine shoots and everything. I'm gonna our Skyscraper News. I'm gonna forget about this channel, man. And now I'm trending hundreds of videos and pictures trending with me VJ on Twitter, X. Like, we're gonna forget about Salvage channel. It's much better than my Super Salvage channel. And you guys are gonna make fun of the mess behind my back. And you're gonna act like we watch ourselves. I'm not gonna do that, man. When I'm king, I'm not making any rules on my Super Salvage channel. You gotta deserve. You're left behind. I'm not coming back on this channel. That's why you better enjoy these videos, Wise of Gang World. Because when I'm king, this series will be missed, man. And my journey to becoming king is soon. A good, like, I don't know, 8 years, 7, 8 years, I'll be king. And you're taking for granted. Yeah, man. You better enjoy these series, Wise of Gang World. I keep saying that, right? Yeah, man. How good's your book, Ivan? It's so good, Hollywood might be throwing me offers to buy my brand. That's how good it is. I'm not kidding around. The Hollywood companies might be throwing me like 500 million, 1.5 billion dollar offers for the rights off my movie. We want to adapt your story and all that stuff. I highly doubt it, but they might be giving me a call. We want to buy the rights off your brand, Ivan, for like $500 million. I'm like, no. Like, I don't want anyone touching my Xanus brand. Xanus is my baby. I wrote it. Why the fuck would I accept your deal where I can make way more money making my movie with my own cash? Sign that mega deal with Amazon and make way more money. Why the fuck would I? Yeah. I want to make a lot of money off my movie and my merchandise on my game, man. So I'm saying off my Xanus brand, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, seriously, man, are there really no boring chapters in your book? No. There's not one boring chapter in my book. I'm not kidding around, guys. My whole book is entertainment. There's not one boring chapter in my book. My book is a masterpiece, man. It's an amazing book. It's a masterpiece, my book. It's a masterpiece, my book, yeah, man. Masterpiece. It's a masterpiece, yeah, man. A masterpiece, my book. Ivan, show us one more section of the book. No, guys, I'm not going to show you more of my book. I won't spoil stuff for you, man. I showed you guys enough. I don't want to spoil stuff for you, man. I'm sorry. I can show you the wolf scene and that's it. You guys never saw any of the wolf scenes, right? Okay, I can show you the scene in Land and Chaos when Bo finds out Tacitonius and them escape, and that's it. Okay. I'm only going to show you, this is the only wolf scene I'm going to show you. Even the wolf scenes are entertaining, but the wolf scenes are not as entertaining as the human scenes. You guys will see what I mean. But still entertaining enough to keep you turning the page. What a masterpiece, man. This is when, I'll show you this scene here. This is the Land and Chaos chapter. You can pause and read that. Pause and read it. When you read this, you're going to be entertained too. The wolf scenes are not as interesting as the human scenes, obviously, in my book. But they're still entertaining enough to keep you hooked, right? They're entertaining, obviously. And I'll show you this scene here, and that's it. I'm not going to show any more. I'll show you these 3 pages. You can read it. Pause and read it. And I'll show you this scene here, and that's it, guys. This is the Land and Chaos chapter. This is my weakest chapter in volume 2, arguably, right, when you read it. But still entertaining to keep you hooked, right? Yeah, this is when Eratat decides to mark the lands. And he punishes Bo because Bo allowed Tacitonius and Cassius to escape. That's why he's like, Bo cut. He tells him he's like cut off Bo's arms. He's like, prepare for Council Rack. I'm that sick, I know. And they have this big council. He's like, Saphir, should we mark it? And the army's chanting, mark it, mark it, mark it. It's crazy, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my book is sick, man. And when you read that, guys, you're also entertained because my whole book is a masterpiece. Yeah. The wolf scenes are not as entertaining as the human scenes. Well, it depends on, volume 3, the wolf scenes are very entertaining. Well, volume 2, the human scenes are more entertaining than the wolf scenes. But even the wolf scenes, what I showed you, is so entertaining. That's entertaining. It's so entertaining enough to keep you turning the page. And the wolf characters jump on the page when you read that too. Yeah, my book is sick, man. It's a masterpiece, man. When I told you my book is sick, guys, it's a fucking masterpiece. Prepare for Council Rack. I am now sick, I know. Yeah, something called Council Rack in the book when you read it, right? Yeah. My book is sick. I decided to show you the wolf scene because I never showed you any wolf scenes. This is the only wolf scene I'm going to show you, and that's it. I'm not going to show any more, guys. I want full stories, I'm saying, huh? Yeah. And when you read that, guys, were you guys impressed? Were you guys entertained? Ivan, yeah, I was entertained. Yes. My whole book is constant entertainment. It's a masterpiece, man. It's an amazing book. Yeah, man. So they punished Job. Yeah, they cut off Bo's arm because he let the humans escape, obviously. That's why Eretad was so pissed off. He's like cut off one of his arms as punishment, yeah. Because Eretad's evil. He's evil, yeah. He's evil inside, yeah. So now you guys believe me, Ivan, is your whole book really entertaining? Yes. My whole book is entertaining. It's a masterpiece. The best fan novel written, yeah. When you read that scene, it's entertaining, but it's not as entertaining as the human scenes, obviously, because in my opinion, the wolf scenes are not as entertaining as the human scenes when you read my book, but it's still entertaining enough, and it's still entertaining shit to keep you hooked. Because I'm a creative genius, I know how to control your mind and keep you hooked. I'm a genius, yeah. Yeah, your book looks fucking sick. I know, it's a masterpiece, man. The whole thing is entertaining, man. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's why Xanus will be the best fast novel written. Yeah, man. You even know how to do. You even know how to write good animal characters. Yes, I'm a gifted storyteller. I'm a gifted storyteller. Yeah, I know how to tell a great story. Yeah, you told me this many years ago when the prince is born. Is it time? Is it time to mark the lands? And Eretad's like, it's time to mark the lands. Prepare for Council Rack. And Eretad, they talk about should we mark the lands when you read that chapter. I don't want to spoil the story for you. So when we read the book, I don't want to spoil the story for you, right? Yeah. So you guys know a little bit what's going on. I spoiled a few things for you, but you don't know the full story. You'll see what happens when you read the book. I won't spoil the story for you. And I'm not showing you more, guys. I'm going to be serious. I only thought it'd be cool to show you the wolf scene because I never showed you any wolf scenes, right? Because all I've been showing you was the human scenes, and I showed you the wolf scene in Land in Chaos. I'm sorry? Yeah. So I have Eretad's evil. Yeah, he had because Bo let Cassius and Tacitonius escape from his grasp as his punishment. Eretad said, "Cut off his arms, take his arm and cut it off as punishment." Yeah. Hence, when Tacitonius fights Bo in the end war, Bo fights him with one arm. But in the movie, I might do a thing where Eretad cuts off a part of his finger. That way, you get better fighting with John Boyega and Bo, obviously in the movie, right? You can make a few changes, obviously. Here's the guy. We could do a thing where they cut off like a part of his finger instead of his arm. That way, when he fights John Boyega, Bo in the war, the end war, the devil being obviously, he fights with two hands, but he has like three fingers or something like that. You can make a few changes for the movie. So I don't mind making minor changes like that, Peter, but don't make drastic changes whereby you're contrary to my plot, right? I don't want you ruining my story, Peter. I don't want the what? The ancestors appearing in physical form. I don't want the woman fighting. In Xanian law, women are not allowed to bear arms when you read the book. I don't want to spoil the story for you, Susanna. You're going to contradict my movie, Peter. My story. It's very important. Yeah. Hence why Xanus was the best fantasy novel written. You guys will soon have me read my book. Anyways, I talked for an hour and 30 minutes. That's good enough. Hope you guys know this show. It's getting late. It's 9 o'clock. Exactly 9 o'clock, right? Stay tuned. I'll make a video tomorrow after my shift at Dinty, Coco 40. This is Admir. I'm signing up. Peace, guys. Hope you guys know this show. Peace out. Hope you guys know this show. Talk to you soon, guys. Don't hate me on that. Peace out.